Hey everybody, it's Reed Comics 81 and I'm back with another comic book haul video. Oh my gosh, it has been such a long time since I made a video. Man, there's a reason for that. I kind of had to take a step back from collecting. Just the whole state of the hobby was starting to get me down, with the prices of books getting so high and ridiculous, and it seemed like everywhere I went, I wasn't really finding anything, and if I did find something I wanted, it was just way too much money. Just how movies and speculation have been influencing the hobby was really getting me down, and it just didn't feel like the same hobby that I fell in love with, so I decided to take a step back. I actually started doing stand-up comedy. If you guys want to check out my comedy channel, it's Chris Reed Comedian, all one word, ChrisReed Comedian. And so that's what I've been doing since January. But I am a comic book collector and it is in my blood. So when I got a notification of an estate sale in my area today, and I looked at the pictures and saw that this person had 40 long boxes of comic books. How could I stay away, right? I actually called the guy up and I was like, I was trying to get some information. He wouldn't give me anything. He wouldn't give me how much they were going to be priced at. He wouldn't give me what kind of books he had, because in the photograph, it was all just long boxes with the lids on them, so you couldn't see anything. So I went, got there about an hour early. I ended up being 13th in line on the list, even though I was an hour early, which was fine. Turns out the comics in the garage, the long boxes were all $2 a piece, and they had another separate room inside the house that was full of books that were autographed, but there was nothing there. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead. I've got a pretty good stack of books I'm going to show. I'm going to start off with the estate sale, then I'm going to switch over to some other stuff. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First box that I came across had Darkhawk books in it. And this is Darkhawk number 49. This is the second to last issue, low print run, near mint copy. Everything that I got, I think, is near mint. This book here, I looked these up. I looked a few of these books up before I started this video, and this is selling for about 30 to 40 bucks a piece. I mean, 30 to 40 bucks for this book. So I figured $2 was a great deal on that. I already own a copy, but why not grab another near mint copy of that? And I was actually able to find 3 near mint copies of that. So the Multiple Man is back at it. Shout out to Scoons Comics, Brian, for giving me that snazzy little nickname. Wouldn't you know it, right behind that, final issue in the series, Darkhawk 50, another pricey book. This is kind of all over the place as far as sales go. This will sell anywhere from $30 to $70 in near mint. And I was really excited to see 3, 4, 5, 6 near mint copies of Darkhawk 50. My local comic shop has one copy of this, and it's all dinged up on the spine, and they want like $25 for this. But yeah, there you go. I mean, if I would have left with just these Darkhawk books, I would have been like, mission accomplished. I'm happy. Let's go back home. But I kept digging, because like I said, that's the first box that I looked through. Let's see. Also found this. I didn't find a whole lot of key issues, guys, but I did find this Superboy 9 First King Shark near mint copy. I think this is right now probably about a $35, $40 book. And this is one that I will be selling as soon as possible. Okay, also found, was happy to find these. And Brian from Scoons Comics will like this, because he loves the DC Universe logo books. Action Comics 700, Platinum Edition, DC Universe logo variant. Found 2 copies of that. I looked this up and was surprised to find that this does not go for a lot. I think this is maybe a $10, $15 book. And I was surprised because these DCU books of late have been jumping in value. Like it's like as soon as dealers realized what these were, they just started, spiking the prices on them. But still happy to get these. Kind of a hard book to find. Also was happy to find this Detective 675 Platinum Edition DC Universe logo variant. Look at that beautiful logo. Love it. And found 2 copies of that as well. So yeah, there you go. Another great find in my opinion. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the long boxes that they had were all modern books. Well, like copper and modern. There wasn't really any bronze or silver or anything like that in there. I was happy to find this. Not like a big book or anything, but Toxic Avenger 11, last issue. I like this because it's a photo cover. It's a mushroom cloud cover, an atomic blast cover, whatever you want to call it. And once a week I teach a comics class to a local foster care agency. Got about 8 kids in my class, and this coming Wednesday I'm going to be teaching them a lesson on using like photos and photo collage to create comics art with, and I thought this is a pretty fun example of that. So happy to get that for $2. Okay, and the last 2 books that I got from the estate sale, I didn't get a whole lot, but I was happy with what I got. A bagged and sealed copy of Static #1, and a second copy of that, $2 a piece. Now the problem with these, it's like somebody crossed the price off with a marker and then wrote $4 on there on both of these copies. So I'm not sure how that affects the value. I might just go ahead and open these up and take the books out, and because I'm probably going to sell these. So what do you guys think? I mean, if you were going to buy a copy of this book, would you rather buy the bagged copy with the marker on it or an unbagged copy? I don't know. Okay, so that's what I got at the estate sale. So now that was all from this morning. So now I'm going to go a ways back on the rest of these books. A couple months ago, went to an antique shop and they had one long box of comics. Didn't have a whole lot, but I was able to find some dollar books. Got the Hulk 260, Hulk 266. These are out of order, and Hulk 262. So I thought those were not bad for $1 a piece. Also went to a flea market. This guy had like 5 long boxes outdoors. It was just all modern stuff that was nothing, but I found these. Samurai Penguin #1. Just another book that I like to use as an example of an interesting character. So when I'm working with the kids, if they're having trouble coming up with a character idea, I'll be like, well, what about having an animal as your character? And here's Samurai Penguin. So yeah, I like this book. It's cute. It's not worth anything, but paid $1 a piece for those. And I'll probably end up just giving them away to some of the kids in my class. All right, went to where was this? This was Time Travelers. Okay, went to Time Travelers, an hour drive, found one book, and it was this. Tweety and Sylvester number, I don't know, it doesn't matter. The reason why I bought it is because of this cover here. This is the kind of cover that, you wouldn't get away with these days for a kid's comic. Like, you got Tweety pointing the shotgun at Sylvester. It just wouldn't happen nowadays. So I like things like this. I think it's really a really cool, sign of the times back then. And there we go. I think I paid like 60 cents for this. I'm pretty sure it was in the 60-cent bin. So, yeah, I thought that was cool. All right. Last books I'm going to show. I went to, what was it? It's called the Really Cool Comic-Con. I know, like, really original title, right? But anyway, it's a comic show they do once a year here in Flint, Michigan, and it's actually a pretty good show. It's at the local sports arena. They have two different arenas, and initially I was really upset because after I paid for my ticket, it was $20. I went into the arena and I'm looking around, and it was all, like jewelry, toys, T-shirts, like everything but comics. And there was actually just one guy who was selling comics, and he had like maybe 5 long boxes. And I walked around the place twice just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I was so angry. I could not believe I paid $20 for what I just saw. And I was about to actually go up to the ticket booth and complain, but I ran into somebody that I know there, and he was like, "Hey, did you if you went to both arenas?" And I was like, "Both arenas?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That other arena over there is packed with comics." So I was like, "Oh my God." So I went to the second arena, and it was actually like mostly comics. So that was a relief. So yeah, I was mostly just looking for things from my childhood and things that I could use to teach my class, and found a few things. So I found Captain America 265, near mint newsstand copy of this, a book that I had when I was a kid. And when I'm looking for books from my childhood, there are criteria that they have to meet. One is it's got to be a book from my childhood, like 81, 82 Marvel. It's got to be near mint condition plus, or near mint plus. And it's got to be a newsstand copy, because the newsstand copies are what I owned as a kid. And I know there's not that much difference between the newsstand and the direct, but they do look different. And I want these books to look just like the ones that I had when I was a kid. So there's that. And also found Amazing Spider-Man 231. Beautiful condition. And I want to say I probably paid like $2 for that, and I paid $10 for that, but it was worth it to me. I do own a copy of this book, but it's slabbed, and it's a 9.4. But I wanted a raw copy, so that I could open it up and look at it. Okay, so there's that. This isn't anything. I'm going to show it anyway, though. So a copy of Trillium, #1, Jeff Lemire. My son likes Jeff Lemire. He really enjoyed Sweet Tooth, so this wasn't $10. I paid $1 for this, so I got that for him. Let's see. Another photo book. Prince Namor, the Submariner, #7. Just another example I can use for the class. This was not $30. This was $25. I tried to get him down to $20, but he wouldn't budge on the $25. And actually, this book, I was surprised when I looked this up when I got home. This book goes for around usually $40 or $50 in this grade. This is a really nice copy, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's anything significant about it other than the cover, but yeah, I was happy to get it for $25. Also, I like panel covers, and that's another lesson when I'm teaching cover concepts. I go over panels, using panels on your cover. So this was just a $1 book, and bonus. Yeah, it is a Mark Jeweler edition of this book. So yeah, check that out. Nice bright red. So I was happy to get that for $1. Mark Jeweler books don't go for a lot. I mean, they're really not valuable unless they're a key. Like if you got like a New Mutants 98 and it was a Mark Jeweler, and it was like a 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, it would be worth significantly more than if it was not a Mark Jeweler copy. So yep, there's that. And the last book I'm going to show, guys, for this time around is an eBay purchase. And it's just a beautiful book. I love this cover. It's strictly a cover by Two Gun Kid, #70. A panel cover. It checks all the boxes for me. It's got the bright, vivid colors. It's got the giant text box here, 4 panels, speech bubbles, thick line weight around the speech bubbles. I just love this book. And paid, I think $22 or $23 for this book. And I almost paid $50 for a copy that was in the same condition, because there were only like 3 copies on eBay. One of them was slabbed, and the guy wanted like $200 for it, and there was no way I was doing that. But I waited, and this one popped up for like $20 plus shipping or whatever. So I might have paid like 24, 25 actually. So yeah, that is my haul for this time around. I hope everybody in the community is doing well, and I will see y'all next time. Happy hunting, everybody. Bye.